Morning, Holy Family. It is Wednesday morning, and I just wanted to give another youth group update out to our parents, and you could, of course, share this with the kids. We've been doing our nightly FaceTime calls since last Friday, just to check in, because as we're talking about in my school system, the biggest thing with the online learning is about checking in with the kids, because that's our number one priority. And so our youth ministry is doing the same thing. We want to see how they're doing spiritually, emotionally, and just how they're getting through this and seeing where we can intersect and help each other through these bizarre times. And at Holy Family, we've been looking at ways to engage digitally just like everyone else is. So during these conversations, the kids are sharing their thoughts and feelings on everything that's going on. It's only been a few days, and a lot of them are dying to get back to school and normalcy, but we're trying to alleviate some of those stresses and be honest with them and offer help. And so the kids have been sharing readings and prayers each day. I've been kind of assigning different kids, and they would come in on the video and explain, here's what I picked and why, and then we would talk about it for a little and just see where that conversation goes.
I hope in the Lord, I trust in his word. With him there is kindness and plenteous redemption. Psalm 131, verses 5 through 7.
Okay, so tell us why you picked that.
So I picked this one because, with everything with, the media about this whole virus thing, it's kind of chalked up a lot of, fear and anxiety. Yeah. And I feel like that's the only reason why we're, quarantined. Then to, actually stop the spread. So if you keep your hope and your trust in the Lord, you won't be afraid of this thing. We
let them talk about whatever they want for a little while. We have a closing prayer, and then we say, what else can we do as a church during these times? And so the first thing was shared by Chris Heller, which you could see a sample of the stations that we're doing. We're going to release a Stations of the Cross video where the kids are reading each station, and that's something we're going to share with the entire parish, hopefully by Friday.
11th station, Jesus is nailed to the cross. We adore you, O Christ, and bless you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. With a thief to his left and right, and encircled by a crowd of onlookers, Jesus gently and willingly stretches out his hands and accepts the torture of the nails. In the midst of this most intense agony, his heart remains on his people. Father, forgive them, he prays, for they know not what they do.
Those stations, I have 2 or 3 that still need to be done, so just please let me know if your child would like to just read the last couple of stations. The second thing the kids shared with me is that some of you are starting to schedule them at home to do things like school and chores, and that is exactly what you should be doing, whether they like it or not. So please keep that up. Obviously, they're teenagers, be as flexible with things, let them come on youth group, but it's important because all the evidence is showing the more normalcy we could provide at home to them, the better impact it'll be on them socially. And this is a good time to pray as a family, which is the last thing I want to talk about, which, I know we don't do a lot, even some of our most religious families, just because of time, and everyone's tired at night. And so every day I'm going to email out the prayer and reading the kids give to us. So you could, if they're on the FaceTime calls, you could say to them, well, this was from last night, so what'd you talk about? Take 5 minutes and pray with them. Or if you want more time, do a rosary. There's some old school things we could get back to during this time. And while we're home, while we have their time, it's a good entry point, I feel like, for parents to get them talking about how they're feeling. Because I'm telling all your kids every day, be patient with all of you, because this isn't easy for the adults either. And obviously, adults, it's not easy for our kids. So whatever you can do to be a little bit more patient with them. If you see your kid acting up and getting stressed at home, take a minute and try to redirect that into something productive or something different for them to do, because we're all in this together. We're all under the same stress here, and they're feeling it too. So I'm sorry this video is so long, but I just wanted to share those couple of things. The kids gave us some more ideas. We're going to talk about the diocese is having an online meeting tomorrow night with all the youth ministers to see, and I'm going to share some of the things we've been doing, which they're very happy about. please pray for our kids tonight. I know, and for all of our strength to get through this. We will as a church, and you'll be hearing from me as long as this goes on. So anything I can do to help at all, especially if things are hard for one of your kids, please let us know, and so we can reach out to them. So do the best you can to have a good couple of weeks at home, and God bless, and anything I could do to help, please ask.